always starts with my name. My name is Matt Bastardson. I come from Pontiac, Michigan. That's where I make my home, and that's where I was born and raised up pretty much. Folks from around here know that there's the next town over is called Waterford, and I grew up kind of right on the border of Pontiac and Waterford, and kind of had a foot in both places, and it's hard to explain, but both places just mean a lot to me, and now I make my home here full time in Pontiac, and that's where I've written most of my music, and it's just home, and it's kind of the place that made me. I've got a lot of family history here. It goes back on both sides, over 100 years. Grandparents, great-grandparents. So it's just a place that called me, and you might have heard in the song Back to Pontiac. That song was kind of just me searching. I'd gone through some tumultuous times in my life and needed to regain grounding, a foothold. So I thought, well, maybe I could go back to the source of it all, and kind of go back and see if I couldn't get in touch with that energy that you have, like as a child, when everything is new and everything is good. And so I did. I come back here, and it's been a great experience. And that's who I am. That's where I'm from.
Awesome.
What else can I tell you?
Yeah, so, Echoes, it's about music.
Mm-hmm.
But we think a little deeper, it's about community and how music is kind of a tool to bring that out. Just a little bit about, the community and how music, art maybe play a part in that for you.
Sure. Well, so I'll go back in time to back to the 1900s. When I started, I came into music really at a young age. My dad was a musician, and so I grew up carrying gear and tuning guitars and doing all kinds of fun stuff like that. And I started to play like most kids do as a teenager, and got really involved. But when I got out of school, high school that is, there was a vibrant art community here in town. After a long drought of kind of town was really in a spiral, and but there were a handful of people that got together, and a few restaurants and coffee shops and really cool stuff, and gave a place to play as a 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid, and that was really cool. And I made during that time some friends that have been my best lifelong friends now, and we all have great memories back in there. And I think the relevant story to our conversation here is we'll go back to that song, Back to Pontiac. You'll hear me mention 9 Steps Down, and that's on a side of a building over here. It used to be called the Coyote Club, and that was kind of the de facto local artists hangout. And we used to be in there and drinking beers and eating the best hamburgers in town, and I could name drop all day of the old folks there, but I won't. But I have just wonderful memories of that, and so the Coyote Club was a basement club, and it's uniquely set 9 steps down from the sidewalk. So that's where that line comes from. Clear up any mystery about where heaven's always waiting 9 steps down. So that was our community hub back in the 90s for sure. And now, fabulous things going on in town. We're here today at Yaktown Don't Back Down, which is a wonderful clothing brand founded by my friend Sean Preston. And he's another Pontiac born and bred kid. And we got Pontiac's Little Art Theater, we got the Strand Theater. There's a lot of art going on in town. There's a lot of cool community stuff. And I know I'm going to leave people out of this discussion, but it's not intentional. I just, I've devoted a lot of my time and energy to promoting the city everywhere I go. I try to wear it as a badge of honor, and that's it. And I'll tell another funny story, and you can edit this out if you like to. The first song I played today, or I don't know, or however you decide to rank it, but the song "Facing the Crowd," that is about another town on the Woodward corridor I used to live in. Everybody in that town, or everybody in that song, every name you hear, Elijah Williams, John West Hunter, those were all the founders of Birmingham. So I used to live in Birmingham for years, and it was I did some studying, and Birmingham was a very interesting town where it was there was no real industry there. It was always kind of an entertainment town. It was always a destination. It's halfway between Detroit and Pontiac, and it's I'm gonna lose my train of thought. No, I'm not gonna lose my train of thought. Anyway, everybody knows that Birmingham is a pretty pricey town. Pontiac is a very affordable town, and I realized that I got the same reaction from people. It was just a different inflection when I would tell them where I lived, and the conversation might go like this, like, "Oh yeah, I just bought a house," and they say, "Oh, that's great. Where is it?" And I'd say, "Birmingham," and they'd go, "Oh, Birmingham." And so now I say, "Yeah, I just bought a house," and they say, "Oh, great. Where do you live?" And I say, "Pontiac," and they go, "Oh, Pontiac," and they're just dumbfounded. And it's amazing. It's an amazing place, and we have our problems here, but we're tackling them, and that's it. And we're gonna do it, and this place is gonna come back, and I'm gonna see it in my lifetime. I've been waiting a long time, been working hard, and it feels like it's been close a bunch of times, but now there's actually bulldozers and shovels, and they're digging up things and actually doing some of the work that they've said is going to be done for decades, and now it's actually being done. And I'm sure that some people don't like it, some people do like it, and that's okay. Change is happening. It's happening one way or the other. So if it doesn't work out, then at least we tried.
What is that future vision? What does Pontiac look like as a changed and revived city?
I think it looks like a functioning city. I think for too long, and it's just my opinion, I think for too long it's been solely an entertainment destination, and that probably sounds crazy coming from an entertainer. But I don't think that can sustain a healthy community. We need retail shops. That's why it's great that we're here today. Of course, we need restaurants, but we need that coffee shop. We need that ice cream parlor. We need, you know, a lawyer in town, or we need, you know, we need doctors that want to have a practice on Saginaw Street, or, you know, I mean, it's just, that's the kind of stuff where when people roll into town, they say, this is a healthy, vibrant city, and they don't need to be told. They can just see it. And I think we're on our way.